And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing on third, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Marr able to put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Newton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game.
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. On 1st down, it's gone. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st and 10, Goff. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. Again, Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To the air again, Goff. A little short pass, this is Everett. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Keep playing hard all day. Whoa. Let's get it. Go. 180.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff now to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He's back to throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Henderson now on 1st and 10. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll look to throw.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 6 yards away. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it was the Browns that wound up winners in that one. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. So Cam Newton and his offense down by a field goal, 23 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Dorsett's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. To throw again on second down. Goff. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Here's Newton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald with a sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, it's Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 45 on 2nd down, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They run with Holyfield, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing is Newton. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
You got three.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And they have regained the lead. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.